everyone and welcome to another video on I Do Care. Today we have a new rescue and definitely a very special one. Our main star today is a dog we have called Candy. We found her disoriented, walking in the middle of the road in the rain, hungry, but above all, very pregnant. I'm going to put you in context first because it has been a huge casualty that we have run into this dog to save her life and her entire litter. And this happened this Sunday, October 9th, day in which at first we were going to attend a fundraiser event for an animal rescue group. In fact, it was an activity organized by the work of Rebecca, who was preparing some things for said activity during the week. But a hurricane made landfall in Nicaragua that morning, leaving heavy rains and winds also in Costa Rica, which is where we are, in case you are new to the channel, and the activity had to be postponed. In addition to this, Rebe and I finally sold our car because if everything goes well, we will have the new one very soon. And we had rented one to be able to go to the activity because we had to take a lot of things in addition to the dogs. So we found on Sunday with a rented car for nothing, because the reason we had rented it was cancelled. So we decided to take advantage of Sunday and above all take advantage of the car, since we had rented it until 5 p.m. that day to go feed stray dogs, since when there are heavy rains, they are the ones who have the worst time. We headed for the mountain where we saw evidence of strong winds and rains, which luckily had already been left behind. And in less than 10 minutes of going up the mountain, we found her.
Ahora yo estoy aquí en la derecha, aquí en la derecha, aquí en la derecha, aquí en la derecha, aquí en la derecha. ¿Está embarazada? Tiene...
Sí.
Ven, mi amor, vamos. Ven.
Walking in the middle of the road, disoriented, shocked from the old rain that would have fallen on her just a few minutes ago. In fact, it had been raining all night before, and who knows where she would stay. And in that condition, at this point, we only knew one thing. We were going to get her out of there. In no way were we going to allow that dog to have the puppies out in the open, to lose them or even to lose her own life. We took out the box of food and she approached timidly. Hunger was stronger than fear, because having a litter to feed and bad living on the streets, Candy had symptoms of anemia, which would have made her delivery very difficult, and also feeding their babies.
Ay, por favor, qué carita. Trae cosas ricas. Muy bien, muy bien. Muy bien. Escucho como un carro, pues el aire.
Candy was totally exposed. It is not the busiest street in the country, but it does have some movement of vehicles and no visibility because that road is pure curves. So getting run over, it was not complicated at all. We were hoping to make her feel calmer, more relaxed before trying to pick her up or put a leash on her, but Candy beat us to it. And before we expected it, she started to walk away. We tried to bring her back to us, but we couldn't. Candy continued on her way and we had to go after her, but with all care. I was not going to start running after her because she would get scared and run away, increasing the risk of being run over, which was what worried us the most. So I kept walking at certain distance while Rebecca followed us with the car a little bit further. Honestly, I was scared that she was hit by a car. Candy was going from the one side of the street to the other with any care, but luckily, and after approximately half mile of chase, she decided to get into the pipe that goes down the water, and then she finally allowed herself to be convinced that we were her only chance and that she had to let herself be helped by us. This time I did not delay and put the leash on her as soon as possible, so there was no risk of her leaving again, and above all, and what worried us the most, that she would be run over by a car. She had a scared little face that broke our hearts. Who knows how long she had been on the streets and where she would have given birth to those puppies. But there was no need to worry about that anymore. Candy was saved, and we will make sure that both her and the babies be in the best of ways.
Muy bien, mi amor. ¿Qué pasó?
So here we are with this beautiful lady and her children, and well, we are going to the vet. It is Sunday today, but we're going to a 24 hours hospital, and let's see if they can have a look on her and do her a complete checkup to see if everything is going well with her and with her puppies, because obviously here they are. Let's go. Hola, mi reina, estamos aquí.
Eso sí.
Once at the hospital, they did a general checkup and suggested certain tests to see how everything was, both with her and with the puppies. We told them to do everything they had to do because we didn't want to take any risks, so that we started with a blood draw for analysis and continued with ultrasounds to see how those puppies were. Apparently, everything looks fine in there. However, with the ultrasound, it is difficult to see how many puppies Candy had in her womb. So we went to the X-ray room to better check the condition of the babies, as well as in order to have a better idea of how large this family is going to be.
Agárrense.
Muchas pelotitas estoy viendo ahí.
Una, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco.
Here I left you the image. Both the skulls and the vertebral columns can be seen quite well. How many puppies do you think she is going to bring? Leave us your bet below in the comments and let's see how many we hit. Finally, they gave us the results of the analysis, in which she presented anemia due to malnutrition during the pregnancy process. So they prescribed 2 types of pills and a paste, all to provide her with the nutrients and vitamins she needs to be able to be 100% for her and for the puppies. They also recommended us to buy a good puppy food, since in the end, what she eats goes directly to her babies, so we bought a bag of Nutri-Source, and they are also the food that contain the most nutrients that she needs right now due to anemia. Dear family, this has been the last thing we expected at this point. Our lives for the next few months have just changed drastically. Recently, we first had 5 and then 2 puppies at home, and it was a bit of chaos. And now, with Candy's puppies, which I think there will be more, things are going to get very interesting. Definitely, sleepless nights are coming. I want to ask you to please, if you like what we do, give us a hand. Below in the description of the video, I leave you the links to our Patreon and PayPal. Please select the platform that you like the most, choose an amount with the one you feel comfortable with, and support us on a monthly basis. Remember that you can also do so by joining our channel, because this adventure has only just begun. And a long and beautiful story awaits us, which in turn will to give a lot of work and also a lot of expense. In the end, two bad news, they saved Candy and her puppy's lives, because it was thanks to the hurricane that the activity was cancelled, and for not knowing how to be quiet at home, Rebecca and I, we met this queen by super chance, who is already resting warm and safe from any threat or inclement from the street. So at the end, the car that we rent for nothing, finally it was for a very transcendental thing. So that money that we thought in the beginning that we just waste, it was the huge investment that we did. Save Candy's lives and her entire litter. So these kind of things, these casualties and decisions that you made that in the end make happen and other things just blow my mind, and the things that we achieve are just crazy. Thank you very much for joining us in one more video. Remember that you can also follow us on our Instagram, I2CareCR, where we publish a little more about our day-to-day. And more in the following days, because with situation at home, I tell you, we will be posting a lot on Instagram about Candy, the birth, and the puppies. It's gonna be funny and beautiful. I hope you liked the video. Please leave your comments. It is always a pleasure to read you. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you like what we do. And if so, I leave you here a couple of videos that probably you will like them too. I send you a big hug and see you very soon.